Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Jamie, and you are about to watch a MidJourney 101 tutorial experience. I'm really happy to have you here today because I've been telling everybody this. If you are interested in MidJourney or AI or anything that's technical, I want you to know and appreciate, and I also want to congratulate you about how far ahead of the curve and the rest of society you are right now, because it's extraordinary. I work in tech. I'm a tech professional, and I have been for over 16 years. I've always told myself, I hate when I miss trends, and I hate when something big happens. I hate that I missed Bitcoin, when it first came out. Just take a chance on it, just learn it, just learn. You don't have to get rich, you don't have to change your life, but learn the new technology when it comes out. So I just started working with AI and MidJourney specifically. I've done ChatGPT, and so far that's the only two AI products that I've used so far, and I just started those about 10 days ago. So if you are here in my video watching this and it's not soon after I've posted it, then you're so far ahead of the curve right now, because especially if you're not in tech. So anyway, I want to get right into it. I want to get into tech. Let me show you first what I've created and kind of why you're here right now, get you a little bit excited. So these images right here, this is my MidJourney profile. Let me take you to the top. So right here you see a rendering of Minecraft that I've done in high resolution. I've made some eggs because, as you all know right now, eggs are extremely expensive. So I figured let's render some eggs. So what MidJourney is and what AI art is it's basically a culmination of all of the art throughout history. And what you're going to do is you're just going to pull it out of your own brain and you're going to pop it right here into a computer program, essentially. Here's some cats that are in the fashion of Stray, some Cyborg, but here is why you're here right now. If you've seen any of the AI artwork that I've done, I know some of it's really obscure. There's some really things that don't go right still with AI art, and you're going to learn that the hard way, probably yourself, but when it goes right, boy does it go right, let me tell you. So I've got some really cool things that I have done and that I want to show you. So let's just get right to it. So what you're going to do if you're interested in joining MidJourney, MidJourney is it's a bot. It's an AI bot that's going to be the crafter of what you have up here in your mind. It's an incredibly powerful program. However, if you are currently an artist or somebody that's great drawing colored pencils, if you're great with watercolor, if you're great with oil painting, if you're a sculptor, you don't necessarily have that big of an advantage in AI art, because at the end of the day, this is still tech, and what you see in your mind, you have to be able to accurately describe in prompts, and you have to accurately navigate the bot and put in the correct inputs. So this is not necessarily critical. Anybody can still do this, but to get to a higher level of detail of what you're really envisioning, you might need a little bit more than your imagination, is I guess where I'm going with this. So this is the AI art community for MidJourney. This is a lot of the work that other people have done, just so you kind of get an understanding of what you might come up with, or maybe this gives you a little bit of ideas, and everybody has access to this currently. God, these are just beautiful. Wow, look at that. Just love it. Oh my gosh. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up a web browser and you are going to go to midjourney.com. So I'm currently already signed in there. So what I'm doing you is a complete disservice. I'm so sorry. But you're eventually going to get to a main page that asks you to join the beta. So when you type in midjourney.com, you're not going to get to the same place that I just did. And once you say that you're going to join the beta, you are going to be prompted to download Discord if you don't have it already. If you already have Discord, we are going to skip that part. Discord is a chat application that a lot of technical people use. It's just like Slack, it's just like Microsoft Teams. So we're going to be able to use a bot in Discord to render the images that you have in mind, okay? Are you all following? I hope so. All right. So what happens is once you get into MidJourney, you are going to land on the MidJourney Discord server, okay? So there's a lot of information right at the beginning. It's going to take you through a couple of different things, but ultimately what you're going to be doing is you are going to be opening up a newcomer room, a newbie room of your choice, and you're going to be working in the newbie room and creating your image, your very first image. Now there's a lot to think about and a lot that I didn't explain in my first video that I definitely want to capture here, because I'm sorry that I rushed through it the first time and I didn't do it as professionally, so now I'm trying to do a little bit better for all of you, okay? I don't want to do you a disservice. I want you to really understand this. Obviously, if you can read this prompt here, MidJourney works in all languages, or at least many of the main languages at least. So anyway, what I like to do is, if you are interested in not using this newbie forum, everybody else is in here, and it's so easy to lose your image and have to scroll up constantly to see where your image rendered, you can click on this you're going to click on the newbie bot right here, and you're going to say message newbie bot. I don't want to do that because I've already opened up a newbie bot post and I don't want to lose, because there could be many MidJourney bots. So here's my page. This is my private conversation with the newbie bot. And this way my posts don't get lost in everybody else's clutter. So this just makes it a little bit easier for me to see my work, and I'm only seeing my work, which to me is just a huge advantage. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to imagine, and that is going to open up a prompt. So it's \imagine, no spaces, and hit space after you've typed imagine. It's going to open up this prompt right here. And from here, what you're going to do is you are going to imagine, and you're going to type down in words whatever it is that you'd like to create. So since I'm looking at the back of my iPhone right now, let's create a futuristic iPhone, okay? I think that sounds pretty cool. Everybody can get behind that or not, I don't know. Futuristic iPhone. For your first prompt, I don't want it to be too crazy, so let's just put in futuristic iPhone and leave it at that. We're just going to make it pretty simple. It's our first one. We're learning, and I'm going to talk to you about the results that we get, and I'm going to talk to you about some variations that we can make based on that. I'm going to talk to you guys about upscaling based on that. So we're going to have a lot to talk about. Based on what this image renders for us, there's a lot of different directions. I'm also going to talk to you all about some of the settings. There's different settings. At the time of recording this video, version 4 MidJourney is the highest version that you can get. There is a beta upscale for what I presume will be building the next version. If you're into building people or photos or something that's more photorealistic involving human beings or even animals, you're going to see sometimes eyes and pupils get a little bit wonky, and fingers. Fingers are the worst. I mean, you can easily get 8 fingers per hand. So if you're like, oh, I want to imagine a woman holding a flower bouquet, she might have 24 fingers. I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit of a mess right now. If you can avoid something that has fingers on it, you'd be doing yourself a big hand, especially on some of your first renderings. So I'm going to switch back over here to my screen so that you all are able to see. I just got our futuristic iPhone. Boom, right here. Wow, does that look very interesting. So what this is a rendering of a futuristic iPhone. But that's not exactly what I want to show you guys with this. This is the important thing down here. These buttons that pop up afterwards are what I want to talk to you about first, because they were things that I didn't quite understand. So U stands for upscale. V stands for variation. So let's say that you really, really, really like one of these. U1 is this top corner. This is U2, this is U3, and this is U4, okay? So now you see 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can upscale this. Like upscales when you're like, I like it, I want it bigger. And I want it by itself. So you can't necessarily split these up or change these necessarily based on just this one image. You have to use these prompts below. Or you can do a variation. Say like, this is interesting here. Well, like there's two phones here. Don't really know what's going on. Part of this is probably like bad AI and maybe it merged two phones. I don't really know what it was trying to display there. But we could do a variation. So we're going to do a couple things. I'm going to, let's upscale number 4. And we're going to do a variation here of number 3. So upscaling 4, variation of 3. Let's see what we get. Now upscaling is going to take longer. It just takes longer because it's building a much bigger image and it's going to take a longer time to do that. Variations, that one should be pretty fast. That should actually probably be the first one that we'll see here come to fruition. And what it'll do is it'll kind of vary some of the concepts in this third image. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to give us yet. Sometimes it might vary like poses or the direction that you're looking at it from, or maybe the lighting, or maybe there will be less or more objects. It's hard to say. Maybe it'll change some colors. So we're going to see what's going to happen there. I know I'm talking a lot, but it is going a little bit slower today. I'm guessing that more people are connected. I'm also in relaxed mode. We'll change that in a minute. We're going to talk about settings in 1 minute, and I hope that that's going to help you. All right, so as we can see, this rendering right here, boom. Okay, so now we have this one done. This is pretty interesting. It looks, honestly, pretty futuristic, pretty photorealistic. It definitely looks like a high digital art rendering. But you can see like each of them just basically has a slightly different image on screen. There's a few variations. Obviously you're going to notice like a lot of weird things like this. Like what time is that? 2, 1. Okay, so a lot of these things get like really messed up, and that's definitely part of AI, and that's something that AI, maybe version 5 of MidJourney, will start to correct some of those things. But we're going to see some of these hiccups and glitches and weird things for probably several months. It depends on how quickly everyone comes together, collaborates, and is able to build smarter AI. So let's see. But anyway, now we have our upscale of, what was that, photo 4. This is the upscale, so this is a larger photo. As you can see, it still looks just kind of like a little bit weird. Overall, I'm not in love with it. I'm not going to lie to you. But what I really do want to talk to you next about is all of the settings in all of this. So from here we have the options once you've upscaled it to make variations. You can do a light upscale redo, or you can do a beta upscale redo. So beta is incorporating some of the new technology that they're implementing right now, and from my personal experience, this either makes a photo significantly better or significantly worse. So let's roll the dice. Why not try it? Let's beta upscale. It also will produce the largest image overall pixel-wise that they have. I forget what that size is. It's probably like over 2,000 by over 2,000 pixels. So we're going to do that. We're going to see how that goes. But in the meantime, what I want to do is I want to introduce you guys the concept of the settings. So you're going to do /settings, enter, enter again, and the MidJourney bot is going to present us with our settings. So MJ version 1 is MidJourney version 1. Obviously MidJourney version 4 is the default currently, and that is version 4. It is what everybody's presented with. If you're coming into MidJourney now, this is the button that will be by default selected. So in MidJourney version 3, some people that are really, really, really good with their prompts are still going to do MidJourney version 3 because you can do different resolution size videos. Like you can make it specific. For instance, like I was messing around the other day, I was able to put in the exact dimensions that I wanted to create like a YouTube banner or to make like a Facebook group photo, you can put in very, very, very specific dimensions of your photo. However, in MidJourney 4, you're limited to only changing it from the 1, 1, which is a perfect square, or you can do 2, 3, or 3, 2. So there's not a lot of variation with size with version 4. Obviously, with MidJourney version 4, within a couple weeks or a couple months, that could change and you might be able to get some new ones. So maybe by the time this video comes out, you will have some more options. I'd be excited to see some different options for size, resolution, or ratios. But right now, like I said, it's just ratio 3:2 or 2:3 that you're able to pick outside of 1:1. Next, you're going to look at some of these are in regards to quality. So MidJourney test photo, I'm not going to get into these right now. It's a little bit more advanced. I did watch a video on those earlier, but I'm going to leave that out of this. But the quality. So I have it at the highest quality. If you're not paying for your... Oh, that's so good, baby. Okay, I'll be out in like, give me 1 minute, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. So high quality, if you are not paying or you're paying like a lower amount for a monthly fee or you're just on the trial, this is going to cost more of your credits. At the time, I am paying for the full MidJourney experience, not the highest package. I don't remember which one I got. So I'm not quite as worried. I do want it to be a higher quality. Next, we go to style. If you're not getting out of MidJourney what you want, definitely look into the settings before you start going crazy on researching prompts. Because one of the things is that a lot of these styles might help a little bit. So maybe you want a higher style. So let's try style high and we'll make it our next. Okay, so you're going to also see too, it's going to change these numbers up here. Style very high makes it 750. MidJourney version 4, the highest apparently goes up to 1,000. I don't remember the reasoning, but I did lower mine again. So let's just put it on style high for right now. All right, so next, the upscale size. So because you have options after you've upscaled one time, I don't see any reason why to do anything other than regular upscale. If you do beta upscale by default every time, it's going to take forever to render these images. But say just leave it in regular. If you really, really like it and you want to attempt a beta rescale after that or a beta upscale after that, just do that then, okay? Don't automatically force it to do it every single time. You're going to be waiting a lifetime for each of your images. So public mode and private mode, you can put things in private mode. Even though I'm having a private conversation with MidJourney's bot right now, my images can still be dropped in the public. So if I do something like MidJourney has like a theme of the day, and if one of my images hits on the theme of the day, it might be shared to that Discord channel, which to me doesn't matter. But the one change that I am going to make right now too, besides moving it to style high, is I'm going to put it in fast mode. So you only have a certain amount of fast mode images to produce a day. I'm going to do this because I've been doing it in relaxed mode. So this is going to be just a little bit faster. It's going to give me a little bit higher priority in the queue. All right, so here's our phone that we came up earlier. Pretty cool. I do like it. So now what I'm going to do, okay, done. Exhaust your fast. Okay, it's cool. So it's just telling me about something. Okay. So one of the images that I saw earlier that I really, really liked, I don't know if I can recreate it though. Okay, let's actually talk about this. Let's talk about prompts. Because I'll tell you what, this prompt that somebody put in here. Oh my heavens, was it crazy. Okay, so I'm going to copy a prompt that somebody put in to MidJourney. And to me, it produced an amazing image, but let me tell you, it was prompt vomit. You can absolutely create prompt vomit. You can put way too many prompts in here. It confuses the bot. It will also cause just some discrepancies. Like I think this one specifically has literally 35 millimeter, 50 millimeter, 80 millimeter, 100 millimeter. Like if you're somebody that uses a professional camera, if you're somebody that's a professional photographer, if somebody, even a hobbyist, I consider myself maybe like a mid-grade hobbyist photographer, and you understand photography, you have a little bit of an edge because you can create these images and make them photorealistic, and you can put in, like, I'd love to see this shot at aperture 2.0, just so you know. So I'm going to put in this prompt vomit that I found earlier. Girl, it's ugly. It's ugly. It turned out very, very beautiful though. This is, somebody was trying to get like this very beautiful, like blonde, Celtic looking girl, with blue eyes. But I mean, look at this prompt vomit. Oh my heavens. They literally put in 35mm film, like so many times, 35mm, 50mm, 80mm, 100mm, like you're just confusing the bot, babe. Come on. 8K, 16K, 4K UHD, HDR, high res. Don't do crap like this. For the love of God, please, my friends, do not do all this crap. Okay, pick one. Pick one. Pick one. 8K, good. Leave it. Don't add 16. Don't do that. But it did produce some like really cool images that I thought were really, really neat. They didn't turn out as good for me. I'm not very impressed with these. But at the same time, like there's so much prompt vomit in here. You don't want it, okay? There's too much going on. So we're gonna recreate this photo without the prompt vomit. You got it? All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to imagine a beautiful Celtic girl. I don't care what her skin tone is or what her hair is. It doesn't matter to me. So we're not going to go any detail. You can put in like eye color and stuff like that. Sometimes though the bot still misses those a little bit. So I'm not going to mess with that right now. Beautiful Celtic girl. Let's do a full body. Full body. So you should specify a lot of times. Now this person was very specific on what she looked like. So I think it focused a lot on her face. But for this, I want to do a full body. Maybe we'll even do like a full scene. Moody forest. That could be cool, right? Okay, a beautiful Celtic girl in a moody forest. I love it. All right, so we're going to make it cinematic. What is the other? I always forget what it's called. There's another engine. People do Unreal Engine and people do, what is that called? I'm going to forget it now. Anyway, we're going to do cinematic. We're going to do some moody lighting. I want it to be a cool color grade. I want it to be misty. I want it to be foggy. Oops. I really, really, really suggest the first couple times that you guys are building your own not to copy prompts and build your own, or get ideas from somebody and then build your own, because I want you really to have control, and I want you as a person to be able to put in prompts that aren't going to contradict themselves. All right, so we're going to do foggy. I want there to be a lot of green tones and blue tones. Now I want it to really have like that forest feel. It's going to be optics. We're going to have, did I say dynamic lighting already? Yeah, let's do dynamic lighting. Dynamic lighting in Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine is a gaming engine for anybody that's unfamiliar. And let's do highly detailed. And then this last part, I left this off my last video, and I know this is a beginner video, but I want you to know how to change the ratio of your photo. You're going to do dash dash, you're going to type AR, and you're going to do 3:2. Okay, so that's going to make a landscape style portrait. Okay, actually let's do 2:3. Let's do 2:3. Okay, let's render that. Let's see what we get, because the thing is, we can always render this, see what it looks like, and then maybe build from there. Maybe it'll give us an idea for something else, or maybe we can reuse some of these prompts and we can roll them into a different image that we got out of it. So really the best thing I would say is just try things. You know what I mean? Just throw some in there, just throw some prompt vomit in there of your own, see where it takes you, and then we're gonna see what this looks like. All right, I'm kind of excited. It's looking good so far. It's looking like it could be good. We're only at 62%. Let's see what we get. You know, and I did say full body. Did we get her full body? No, not really. But at the same time, it's good, again, like I mentioned the thing about fingers, it's good to avoid hands. So this to me, this really wasn't what I was thinking of. This, it looks more like a painting than something rendered in like Unreal Engine. Like I wanted to look a little bit more realistic, like a video game. We didn't quite get that. That's okay. But let's blow one of these. Let's make the big one. Let's upscale the first one. Let's see what that looks like. But really, you just have to be... Sometimes in MidJourney, I'm finding less is more. Give it your idea and let the bot fill in the rest. Like maybe you don't know what your background wants, you don't know what the background should look like. You know, maybe this girl should be near a castle. You know, maybe just leave it open. Just say beautiful Celtic girl. Maybe MidJourney will put her in a castle. Maybe MidJourney will put her in a hut in the woods. Maybe MidJourney will put her in a swamp. I don't know. And maybe you don't know what you want either. So you can just roll the dice on that and just see where it takes you. Ooh, so much for being fast. This upscale's very, very slow so far. So that last one, the prompt vomit was pretty yucky. But you know, while this is loading, let's look at this. I'm going to go back to the community feed. If you're really, really stuck and you want something really, really magnificent, you can come here and you can copy the prompts. Okay? You see what I just did? I just copied those prompts and I can put them in MidJourney. You can run more job at once. What you see is what you get in NV8K. That's all that see what I mean by sometimes less is more? I don't know if we're going to get the same image though. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know. But you can come in here and you can copy. Oh, look how freaking adorable this little robot baby is. He is so sweet. Oh my god, I love him. All right, what else? Look at this little mouse with little goggles on. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, beautiful. Just beautiful. But you can come to the community. These are beautiful. These ones here, I made some of these images myself, and they were just so cool. Wow. People are rendering stickers, some little boots. That's just beautiful. Glitter flying through air. That is just incredible. This little ghost is so flippin' sweet. A little ghost in a winter forest scene. I'm in love. I love him, love him, love him. These are just beautiful. Female cute kitten in medieval armor. Very, very sweet. Okay, let's see. We got some chirps. Let's see what we got. All right, we upscaled our Celtic princess. She does look really good. I'm not gonna lie, she looks beautiful. This looks like a very beautiful painting. Like I could definitely print this out, hang it in a poster and put it on my wall. Like she's lovely. I love her. I think it's beautiful. Okay. What you see is what you get. Wow. See what I mean? Sometimes less is absolutely more, and these did just turn out shockingly great. I am so impressed. So now, I think this might be a good place to wrap up my intro course. I want you to keep in mind, please, my friends, less is more when you're starting out. Build. Only start with a couple prompts at first and build from there, okay? Use things like 8K. You don't need to put 100K in there, okay? You don't need to put 16K in there. You don't need to list 3 different style lenses that you would use in photography. Absolutely unnecessary. Less is more. You can do it. I'm excited to see what you come up with. If you do get into the MidJourney community, how do you even find me? I don't know. Who am I? I'm Aria Jamesy. Aria is my World of Warcraft name. Jamesy is part of Freg Jamesy, which is obviously my YouTube channel name. And so anyway, I'd love to see what you come up with. I've rendered some stuff for if you're like into real estate. You can just do so much with MidJourney. It's absolutely incredible. I hope it helps you, inspires you some ways. And I'm going to wish you all my best. Let me actually talk to you guys. Okay. So yeah, wishing you all my best. Thank you so much for watching. Please thumbs up this video. I'd be happy to have you as a subscriber, and I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'm wishing you my best. Take care. Thank you so much, and goodbye.